Hello, so Walsall Connected is all about partnership working, so we are delighted that we have been recognised by PENNA in this category in the way that we are working together. We're here today to represent the Council, NHS and community and how we've all worked together. We're here to represent that partnership and all of those across the borough whose input, energy and enthusiasm has brought Walsall Connected to life. Our journey started in the summer of 21 when Walsall Council went out to the residents who were also our NHS patients across the borough to find out what they really wanted from the council. And from that informed our ways of working strategy at the end of that year. It was the following summer, 22, when Walsall Connected was first established. And over the forthcoming months, we brought partners on board to bring Walsall Connected to life. The following summer, in July, Walsall Manor Hospital integrated Walsall Connected into its offer, actually within it on site, so that patients and staff and residents would have access in that central access point in the borough. And we're pleased to announce that we've just celebrated our second anniversary. So in terms of what we offer, we are that collaboration of the council, which I've mentioned, the community and the NHS. And this really has been a transformative journey. We data collect, we listen to what people are saying, and we adapt our offer based on that feedback. In terms of outcomes and sustainability, we now have 29 centres who support residents, patients across Walsall. And we also have an outer tier of community centres who are voluntarily supporting us, which now takes us to over 50 access points across the borough. People are learning transferable, everyday digital skills, and they're also having access to community and NHS environments for that offline experience also. In terms of involvement and inclusion, we have contributions of over 200 staff and volunteers across the borough. As I mentioned, we're here to represent those, but there's a lot of input and energy going on across the borough, and it really is coming from that ground level community perspective. We are adapting, which I've mentioned, and we're always promoting that shared learning, and we're continuously improving. We are looking to improve access to services for our residents and our patients. So this really is about how we can support them to access services day to day themselves and to be able to self-serve. We're building that resilience across the community, and we're offering those transferable digital upskilling opportunities. So the inception was around accessing council services, but it's so much more now. We have these transferable skills and this resilience, conquering this fear of digital across the borough, our diverse borough, and encouraging people to really think about how to improve their lives, including things like accessing NHS services. What it also does offline is it encourages attendance into community organisations and into the NHS. So yes, it's about digital skills and upskilling and online, but it's also about the people behind that, those people that are going into those organisations, and they're joining us for coffee mornings, for dance classes. They're having that face-to-face interaction, somebody to talk to, and we know that the community do a great job in that holistic support and really having those strength-based conversations, which may be about online processes, but they're also about offline activity, the people behind it. And in terms of those further initiatives, being part of Walsall Connected means we have community centres and access points where we can support them with other initiatives. So we've recently supported the WMCA Connected Services Programme, brought that to life, which was to bridge the digital divide in terms of getting devices out to those. It was a very targeted campaign to get it to the people across the borough who really needed it, including across to schools.
So Walsall Connected comprises of 22 community locations across Walsall, and that includes Walsall Manor Hospital, and we have 7 of our local council libraries as well. These are strategically distributed throughout the borough of Walsall. This arrangement ensures that residents access a centre conveniently located near their homes. These sites have established strong partnerships and trust within their respective communities. So these are existing community locations that have their regular cohorts who come in, And through Walsall Connected now, they have more of a footfall coming in, which is what we want to help support to grow in our communities. So Walsall Connected provides direct access to council services while offering a holistic approach when supporting residents. So a resident will come in initially with a council query or inquiry, and within that inquiry, we'll then support them with other issues they may have that may not be council related. So the growth within the 2 years of launching Walsall Connected, we've significantly expanded beyond the initial phase. The growth has included partnering with the NHS at Walsall Manor, and since then the initiative has sustained its expansion and grown the network to include an additional 23 connected community link centres. These centres receive the same level of training and support from the Walsall Connected team. However, their primary function is to act as a referral service and signpost our residents to our core centres. Some examples of the successes we've had in the last 2 years. We've had over 23,000 residents have accessed face-to-face support at their local centres. Walsall Manor Hospital has supported over 1,000 residents since their launch in 2023. Over 2,500 residents who are registered as disabled have been supported through Walsall Connected, and 91% of residents who have accessed support receive successful assistance during their first initial contact. I'll hand over to Andy from Walsall Manor.
Thank you. So I think you'll all agree that healthcare really starts with the healthy, and what Walsall Connected has enabled us to do is not just engage with patients, but also to engage with our unpaid carers, to engage with our community, and to really start to help them at the point that we should be helping them. Walsall is one of the most deprived areas within the country, so we can't wait for them to arrive at our front door to support them. So we've been helping them with lots of different things. We've had patients come up to us who need help to get a blue badge. We've had carers come up to us that need support with accessing our family and carer support service. We've had people come to us who need access to fuel vouchers or access to a food package. And they've been able to leave the hospital not just attending their appointment, but having these other issues resolved, or at least having something that they can take forward. And that's really exciting, and that's what's most important. As you can see, over 1,000 residents have been supported, and that's been increasing month on month, so we hope to really see that grow further. More than 800 of those have felt that they can now feel confident in accessing digital services, and if you're like me, I'm not particularly savvy on digital. That's great because so much is online now. You can't book things without accessing it online. You can't have a blue badge without going online. You can't access appointments. So it's important that our patients and our residents are able to do that. The satisfaction that we've had has been 100%, as you can see on the screen. Everybody's been really engaged with it, who we have seen. So it's been a brilliant project. We're all really, really excited to see how it grows and where it's going to take us. And it's Walsall Connected, connecting Walsall together even more, that healthcare can't stand alone. It needs to work in partnership with everybody else. And knowing the position we're in today and the struggles that we're all facing, it's never been more important. So I shall hand back.
So as Andy mentioned, Manor are receiving 100% satisfaction rates, and we do collect a lot of data. We know everybody in the room collects a lot of data for everything that we do across our agencies. But it is about the people behind the data, about the real lives that are impacted, and these are the few things that they've said about their experience. So we really do need to thank the team at the Healthcare Island. So there's all of us across the borough working together, but there's a dedicated team who work from the Manor who have joined us here today, and we'd just like to thank you also. Thank you.